Well, good afternoon, guys. It's Chris, your YouTube daddy here. Now, today we're going to talk about going on holiday on a budget. As most of you are aware, every year I like to go to America on holiday, and loads of you keep saying to me, my God, you must be rich going to America every year. But I'm not. What I do is I shop savvy. So what I'm going to do, because a lot of people ask me, how do you manage to go there and you don't spend lots of money? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how I always, when I go to America, go there, but I go there on a budget. So you don't want to be giving these things away. No, you don't. You don't want to be giving too many of these things away. So I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how I do it for those of you who want to go to America and think you can't afford it. Take from me, you can, and it's not that expensive. So what we'll do is I've got a piece of paper here, and I've written down lots of little things just to remind me of what I'm going to talk about, yeah? Which is unlike me, because I don't normally write things down. But I've wrote down a few numbers here, just so you guys can have a feel about how much it would actually cost you. Now, I'm going to base this on going on holiday for 2 weeks to Memphis, because I like Memphis, and it's in the middle of the country, and it's chilled out, and Elvis lives there. Hunker, hunker, burning love. Can't beat a bit of Elvis. And I know there's a lot of you out there keep saying, I'd love to go to Memphis, but I just can't afford it. So I'm going to explain to you exactly how cheap or expensive it is, and what the do's and the don'ts are to try and save yourself a bit of money. Now, the first thing is, it's going to be depending on what time of year you go. Now, if you go in main season, like the kids' holidays, or in the middle of the year, it's going to cost you a lot more. Now, an average flight to America in main season is about $1,500 per person. Now, that's a lot of money. Now, that's flying from Manchester, but it'd be the same from London or any of the bigger airports. So it's about 1,500 from here to probably Atlanta. Then Atlanta, you would fly into Memphis. It's a 2-stop journey. So it's about an 8-hour flight from Manchester to Atlanta, and about an hour and a half from Manchester to Memphis. Okay, so that would normally cost you about £1,500 per person. But if you can choose when you go in January. I always go in January. Now, that's by design. One, I'm obviously on holiday in January. Two, the weather's pretty miserable in Blackpool in January. But more importantly, it's really cheap. Because if you go after about the 7th or 8th of January, the prices go right down. Because nobody goes on holiday in January. So an average price of a flight to America in January, it's about £500 to £550. So you're saving £1,000 per person there straight away by just flying in January rather than the main time. So that's one massive saving. So if there's 3 of you, there's £1,500 saved. £1,500, £2,000, £3,000 saved straight away. You've saved that straight away. And if you can change the date, when you go, I always use Skyscanner. Right? Now, I'm not affiliated with Skyscanner. There are other apps out there on the internet, but I always find Skyscanner the cheapest, yeah? Now, don't just say if I want to go on Monday, I want to come back 2 weeks later on the following Monday, yeah? Just check the day before and the day after. So if you can vary the amount of days, sometimes you can save 50, 60, 70 quid per person by flying out a day later and coming back a day later. It doesn't matter whether you fly out for a week, 2 weeks, a month. It doesn't make any difference. The flight is going to be about the same price. Yeah, it's just your hotels and stuff like that, which obviously depends on how long you're out there for, and your car hire. But the flight, it's irrelevant how long you're out there for. You're only going to pay the same price. So if you can check the days, so see what it's like on Monday, and if it comes out with, say, £700 if you fly out on Monday, check what it's like on Tuesday or Wednesday, because it depends in how busy it is. And while you're checking it, don't do it too early. When you actually book it, I only book about a week before. So I book a week before, and then I check the dates, and then I go on the flights that aren't fully booked. So they're trying to sell these seats because they need to fill the aeroplanes up. So they're trying to get the people onto the flights that aren't full. which is perfect because you can end up saving quite a few £100. So that's your first thing. Go on Skyscanner or one of these other sites on the internet and check it out and see what it's like. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing is, how do you pay for it? Yeah. Now, if you really try not to use your credit card, or if you do use your credit card, pay it off straight away, because an average credit card is about 20% APR. So if you spend £1,000 on your credit card and you don't pay the balance off, it's going to cost you £1,200 in simple terms. So either use your debit card, save up the money, use your debit card, or if you do use a credit card, pay it off as quickly as you can, because you will save yourself 20%. Okay, so because do not put it on the credit card. My view is always save up the money and then go on holiday. Don't go on holiday and then pay it back, because you'll end up paying a lot more back and you'll end up spending the whole year in debt paying it back. So if you want to go on holiday next year, save the money up now, pay it on your credit card, and then go and pay your credit card off straight away, which will save you 20% immediately. So let's base this on 3 people going, okay? So if it's £500 a person, yeah, we're up to about £1,500, okay? Now this is based on 2 weeks, okay? Right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is car hire. Because if you go into America, you'll need a car. These are obviously for people who drive. If you don't drive, there is other transportation systems out there. There's metros, there's bus services, there's Ubers and stuff like that. But what I'll do is I'll talk about car hire, yeah? Now, when you book your flight, book your car hire at the same time. So you'll pick the car up from the airport. But always book the cheapest car you can find. The little one that's about that big, that fits 3 people in. Because it's always, and that will cost you about, for 2 weeks, about £350. Right, and that's unlimited mileage. All you have to do is put the petrol in. The reason I say book the cheapest, because when you get there, they've never got the small cars. Never. Americans do not do small cars. But these companies you book it with, like Dollar Car and people like that, yeah, they have to offer these cars because they're a worldwide company. So they have them on the website and they have to offer these cars. Now, they never have them. So when you get there, you'll say, well, I want my car. And they'll say, oh, sorry, sir, we haven't got one of them. We'll have to upgrade you. But it'll cost you. You say, no, it won't. I want the car that I paid for. But we haven't got one. Don't care. Where's my car? So what they'll do is they have to give you an upgrade of a bigger car. But they can't charge you for it because it's not your fault. They've never got a car. So you will end up in a car that you wanted, which will probably cost you about £500-600 for about £350. So always book the cheapest car, which should get you to about £350. I say, if you do want to upgrade to a great big car when you get there, that's entirely up to you, right? But there's no need for it. You know what I mean? I say, even there, what they class as small cars are bigger than our normal cars. So that's the next thing. But hotels. Bargain hotels. Only ever book online a hotel for the first night that you get there, and book it by the airport. So when you get there, you can just drive straight to the airport or catch a taxi or an Uber straight to the hotel at the airport and just stay there for one night. Now, the reason I say this is because you're going to end up paying transaction fees online when you book online. Now, the best way to book hotels is if you travel around like I do, or if you want to stay in one place, go round and find a hotel that you like. Yeah? So let's say it's a Days Inn in Memphis. Let's say a lovely Days Inn opposite Graceland. And what you do is you go in there, but before you go in there, grab your iPad or your phone, jump on their Wi-Fi, because it's always there, it's always free, yeah, and check out what the price online is. So it might say it's $50 per night, which is probably about average, between $50 and $60 per night, yeah, online, because it'll give all the different comparison sites there. Then go in, keep that on your phone, and say to the people behind the counter, how much is it for a room per night? And they'll say, oh, it's $65. That'd be standing back. And then you go, but I can get it online for $50. Will you price match it? They're under instruction, they have to price match it. So you can get it and pay for it there in dollars, yeah, and not pay a transaction fee online. But they will price match it. Now, while I'm talking about paying for it, pay for everything in cash. So before you go there to America, pick up the dollars, these things, big bosh loads of dosh from your local exchange place. You probably get, at the moment, I'm just looking at my piece of paper, it's about $1.33 per pound. So it's 131, 133, depending. That's what it runs at about, yeah. But always take money with you. The reason I say this, because if you try and take money out of an ATM or pay for it on your credit card, one, you'll pay the 20% on your credit card, but two, the bank will give you the worst exchange rate. So if you can buy them for 131, 133, you'll be lucky if you get 127, 126 from the bank. So it's always better to go over and pay for stuff in dollars. So when you go into a hotel, 90% of the hotels make you secure the room with a credit card, which is what, if there's any damages or anything like that, that's fine. That's normal practice. Go over and say, right, I'll secure me card with my card, but tell them at the desk, when I check out, I'll be paying in cash. They'll be absolutely fine for it. They have no problem at all with doing that. Because as long as they've got the credit card imprint, so if there is any damage, they could charge your card. So then when it comes to paying the bill, if you pay it before or after, then pay it in dollars, which you've already exchanged back at home at a decent interest rate. So you're saving yourself money there straight away. So I always take plenty of dollars with me. So I get the dollars from the exchange place. I watch the dollars out throughout the year, and I watch when it goes up high, and then I'll buy them while they're high. So I know it's at about 132 at the moment, but it's fluctuating between 132, 131 and 133 at the moment. So it's fluctuating a little bit at the moment. So it's on about 131, 132, which isn't bad at all, but it's far better than bank, and never buy them from your bank. As you say, if you buy them from your bank, you'll be lucky to get them for 126, 127. Absolute rubbish from banks. Buy them from your local money trading place. I'll tell you what, pawnbrokers, they do, and they have decent exchange rates, like Money Traders, place like that. There's a Euro exchange, places like that on the high street. You'll go around and it'll tell you on what the exchange rate is. So buy the dollars and take the dollars with you, and whenever possible, pay for everything in cash over there. When you're purchasing stuff in the shop, pay for it in cash. Do not take money out of the ATM, because not only do you get a crap exchange rate, your bank, when you get home, will also charge you a transaction fee for converting it. So they'll give you a rubbish conversion anyway, and then they'll charge you £1 per transaction. So you're paying for it twice. It's easier and cheaper just to buy the dollars here, take the dollars with you. Yeah, if you take quite a lot of dollars, don't worry, every motel has safes in it. So you can put all your dollars in the safe. If you're staying in the same place, yeah, get to the motel that you're staying in, yeah, divide your money and only take the amount out that you can be spending during the day, which will save you an absolute fortune. So what we talked about there is, I'm just going to cross out what we're talking about, yeah. So we talked about flights. Oh, let me just get my pen out. So we talked about flights. Okay, we talked about the dollar exchange rate. We've talked about don't use your credit card wherever possible. Right, hand luggage. Here's another big way of saving money. Now, if you're getting a flight for £500, say, and you're going over there, What they don't tell you is they're going to charge you for any additional luggage you're going to take with you. Hand luggage is free of charge, which is a bag about that big that'll fit under your seat, or it'll fit in the cabin above you, yeah? Now, they're free, and you're allowed one of them per person, and that's free. But if you take any additional luggage that has to go into the hold, they charge you on the weight. So don't bother taking anything. Don't take anything. Don't take clothes with you. Just take enough clothes with you, because the clothes over there are so cheap. It's cheaper to buy clothes over there and wear them while you're over there and chuck them away than it is to take your own clothes with you. It's crazy. I know it's crazy, but they do charge you quite a lot of money for stowing luggage. If you've got a baby's pram and stuff like that, yeah, that is free. They can't charge you for taking a baby's pram or anything for the baby. So if you've got a baby or a young toddler, you're allowed to have an additional bag for the toddler, for the formula, for the bottles, for the nappies, and you're allowed to have your pram stowed for free and stuff like that. But any additional luggage on that, they will charge you. So just take hand luggage. That's all you need to take with you. You can take, as I say, I always take, me, the wife and Karen always take a hand luggage bag each, yeah. And you're also allowed, like women are allowed a handbag, and man's like I carry my man bag, what I call it, which has got my iPad in it and my money and my passport and stuff like that, yeah. So one hand bag or man bag and a hand luggage. That should be quite sufficient to take with you. If you do want to bring stuff back with you, that's your choice. If you want to buy stuff over there and bring it back with you, that's your choice. But you can always check to see how much it costs you to stow it, and is it cheaper to post it back to yourself. Sometimes it's cheaper. I've done that before, posted stuff back to myself. Sometimes it's cheaper. So I've talked about that. What else have I talked about? I've talked about booking a hotel. As I said, always book it from outside and then go in. So, well, that's that one page covered. Spoke about that. Right. Now let's talk about eating out. What people make the mistakes of, if you're going to Disneyland or tourist-based area, you go where all the tourists go. And that's where the money is. That's where it's so expensive to eat. Don't go there, because you won't appreciate the real America anyway. Go to places where the Americans eat. Waffle House, the local cafe round the corner. Go to little small towns. If you've got a car, it's dead easy. Just drive into a small town and eat where they eat, because it'll cost you a fraction of the price. You'll be paying half of the price. And again, yeah, always use cash. Never use your card, okay? Because, as I've said, it'll end up costing you a fortune. And if you're going shopping, yeah, go shopping places like Walmart, which is their version of Asda. So you can buy stuff a lot. So if you're staying in the same hotel for the next 2 weeks, yeah, go to Walmart. Go and do a bit of normal shopping, because every majority motels in America have microwaves. A lot of them have kitchens, so you can do your own cooking in there. You can buy your bottles of pop, your crisps and stuff like that. So you can save a lot of money by just shopping savvy. Just try and live like an American, not like a tourist. Because that's what they're banking on. They're banking on you going out and having expensive meals and having takeaways and all that lot, which will end up costing you a fortune. So eat where the locals eat. And that's basically it. So just to summarise, yeah. First of all, if you can, go on holiday in January. You'll save yourself £1,000 a person. So much cheaper. Instead of 1,500 quid, it'll be 500 quid, yeah. Always buy dollars from England first. Never go to your bank. Always buy them from your local exchange place. Watch what the exchange rates are and take plenty of dollars with you. Never use your credit card or your debit card while you're over there. As I say, I know you have to use your credit card to secure your motel rooms or hotel rooms, but always tell them, I'm going to pay cash. They're absolutely fine. They won't mind it in cash whatsoever. Most of them will probably like it, yeah. But it's just to make sure that if you trash the room, they can charge your card. That's standard practice over there. But also make sure you cover the bill with your dollars. There you go. I pay my bill now. And then get them to acknowledge, yes, you paid your bill. And then once they've checked the room, they will remove your credit card off the system. Hand luggage. Only take hand luggage. Don't take big bags because it'll cost you a fortune. Buy the stuff over there. I'll tell you a great place to buy stuff. I'm just going to go on the side. Is second-hand shops. You said, oh my God, you screwed. Absolutely not, yeah? You can go to Goodwill and loads of second-hand shops over there. I love going around second-hand shops. Where do you think I get all my number plates from and all my American stuff? I love going to second-hand shops and swap meets, which is their version of a car boot sale, and buying stuff from there. Absolutely love it. So don't bother taking yourself 20 pairs of socks and you're having to take them there and take them back. Rubbish. Have the pair of socks you're wearing and maybe one change. And when you get over there, buy socks. They're cheap. The cost of living over there, the cost of clothing is so much cheaper than over here. And especially if you go into your Dollar Generals and your pound shops, their version of pound shop, your Walmarts, your second-hand shops, stuff like that. There's loads of them about. There's absolutely loads of them about. Just watch what the locals do and shop where the locals shop. And to summarise again, hotel booking. Never book it online. Check how much it is online. Go in, ask them at the motel. Because before you book it as well, there's another key to this as well. Because if you book let's say you book a hotel and you turn up to the hotel and you go, oh my God, this looks nothing like the hotel I booked online. Oh my God, I'm not staying here. Go to the hotel first. Have a look round. Drive around the complex. Have a look round. One key thing I should always tell you, if you are booking into a hotel or a motel, yeah, if it looks like there's a long-term residence there, people who are living there full-time, don't go there. Do not go there. Okay? So if people are living there full-time, yeah, don't go there, go somewhere else. What me and Karen do, we'll look on the internet, right, where's the nearest 8-ball or whatever it is, a Days Inn, yeah? And we'll follow the sat nav, we'll go to it, and before we even look at the price, we'll drive round it. And if we don't like the look of it, it looks a bit rough, we'll go somewhere else. If you pre-book it and you've already paid for it, you don't have that option. So once you find a hotel that you think, this looks all right, I could stay here, then go on, jump on their internet. It'll be free. They'll probably say Days Inn, and you just jump on their internet, say, right, type in the address and put hotel prices, and then it'll come up with loads of different bookings, Trivago and Booking.com and all the different booking sites. Find whichever one's the cheapest one, pull the page up, keep it on your phone, go in, ask them how much it is, and it's bound to be $10 or more expensive than they say it, than it says online, and then just say, well, it says it's $50 here. Can you price match it? And they will always price match it. Yep. Then give them your credit card, but tell them you're going to be paying for it in cash. Okay then. Well, I hope that's satisfied a lot of people who said they want to go to America but can't afford it. As I say, you don't have to spend a lot of money when you're going there. What you've got to do is just shop savvy. Live like the Americans, don't live like a tourist. Okay? If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And please let me know if this has inspired you to go to America on holiday. Or other countries on holiday. Because other countries will be exactly the same. I'm just using America because I obviously go there all the time. But I'm guessing if you use the same principles in other countries, it'll be exactly the same. Okay then, thanks a lot for watching and I'll speak to you later.